Good morning. Here we are at Back to the 50s, MSRA, Minnesota Street Rod Association, Back to the 50s 2011. Sunday morning, I'm sitting here with Jerry Johnson, MSRA number 1. Credited with founding the MSRA.
Yeah.
How did that ever happen?
Just a kind of a freaky deal.
Yeah? You did it all by yourself, I'll bet.
No, I had some help. Yeah. Ronnie White and I kind of came up with the idea for it, and we rolled with it.
Okay.
So,
why do they call MSRA an association and not a club?
it's because back then, if you belonged to another club, like I belonged to the Amblers Car Club, Ronnie belonged to I belonged to the Torkers Car Club, Ronnie belonged to the Amblers, and the rules in the clubs were that you couldn't belong to another club if you,
Okay.
you had to be loyal to your home club. So we decided an association would incorporate everybody, and that's what happened.
So MSRA started, group of clubs getting together, and then it came along at a little event that starts out Midway area, St. Paul.
Midway Shopping Center, and we'd been hosting cruise nights at the shopping center for a while, and in 1974, the Street Rod Nationals were getting ready to come to St. Paul. And Gene Sonnen thought, it'd be kind of neat to have an event that would kind of get the city ready for all the cars that were going to come to the Street Rod Nationals. So we did something called the Back to the 50s at the shopping center down there. And of course, one thing led to another, and now we've got to take over the whole fairgrounds, and what we got
11,700 some cars today.
Yeah, unreal.
This year.
Yeah.
Which is just barely under last year's registration.
It's just unbelievable. I mean, and then you look at our membership. I mean, I pick up a line chaser every month, and there's like 100 to 150 new members every month. And
did you ever figure that was going to happen?
No.
Did you ever, in a million years, figure that all of a sudden here's an association, and a lot of people don't belong to car clubs; they just belong to MSRA.
Right. Well, that's the idea of the association: is that you don't even have to own a car to belong to MSRA.
Just have to be an enthusiast.
Yeah, just an enthusiast, just like cars, So, no, it's just a phenomenon the way the thing panned out. So
Back to the 50s has grown from when it first moved to the fairgrounds from Machinery Hill, and then they made that overwhelming decision, well, can we afford to take over the entire fairgrounds?
Yeah, we were in Machinery Hill for a long time. Then we moved a lot of it to the infield of the grandstand, and we did our swap meet on Sunday there, and we even had pancake breakfast down there, which was kind of a fun thing.
That's kind of gone by the wayside, hasn't it?
Well,
this many people would be pretty hard to do.
We had it there for 2 years, and the second year we decided, well, we got the grills here, why not cook some hamburgers? So we went down to Red Owl down here and bought out every scrap of hamburger they had.
You're dating yourself when you talk about Red Owl.
Well, I didn't know. I'm not from this area anymore. But we bought out every scrap of hamburger they had down there, and then we had to go to more places to get it, and just one thing led to another. But after a couple of years doing that, the grease from the overspray from the cookers got all over the pavement, and the State Fair thought maybe we should stop doing that.
Maybe we should stop doing that.
Yeah,
So you mentioned that you're not from this area anymore. Where do you hail from home now?
I live in a little town called Cherokee Village, Arkansas, and I got family down there, and that's the main reason when I moved back from California, I moved down there.
So you moved from Minnesota back to California. You work for the Nationals?
I work for National Street Rod Association. I was managing editor of Street Scene magazine for 20 years, and then I retired in 2005 and moved to Arkansas. And I don't like a lot of snow, and that's the reason I didn't come back up here.
I can't say as I blame you for that. So then you made the transition, and all of a sudden you started coming back up here a couple of years ago. How did that all come about?
They invited me up. They said, why don't you come up and meet the people? And I said, that sounds like a good idea. So
I got to put in a little plug for a guy that was pretty instrumental in that. Gary Magner kind of put that together for you, didn't he?
Yeah, Gary did. He's phenomenal. I mean, that guy He's responsible for getting Faith here, and it just he's really done a super job of doing that.
Gary's quite a
organizing
coordinator.
everything.
He's very detail-oriented, very coordinated. We have to give Gary a lot of credit for that.
A lot of credit, yeah.
And, well, thank you, Jerry, for coming to MSRA's Back to the 50s. I know you're going to be a big part of it from now on, and we hope to keep you here coming for many years. And member number one?
Number one, yeah. By the way, I got to give a little plug to the sponsor, Sun Country Airlines. Was my sponsor this year.
They sponsored you and made sure that you had, okay, that's cool.
So,
we're glad to hear that Sun Country got involved. It's amazing the number of vendors we have out here too. If you haven't seen all the vendors and so on, you really need to do that because they have a lot of good product and you get to meet the people that you buy from catalogs and so on. And,
that's for sure.
And they're all here. And you've got all your memorabilia over at your tent there that kind of goes back to day one. So that's a good thing to see.
Yeah, I got a lot of pictures over there that goes way back. I've got a lot more negatives at home that I've got to get processed, but I just brought all those old pictures up here and donated them to the association. And
one of the things I noticed is a lot of people looked a lot younger back then.
Yeah, they didn't have gray hair.
How did that happen?
Or white hair, I should say.
How did that happen?
I don't know. Just something to do with age.
I think it does.
Yeah,
well, thank you, Jerry. We're really glad you're here, and I hope you're having a good time, and we look forward to seeing you again.
Thank you. Thank you.